free from Library 21C. Guess what I'm doing today?
I'm going bird watching. Just about anyone can be a birder. You don't have to look real far for birds. You can look out your window, around the neighborhood, or even just listen with your ears. You will need, well, actually, you will need these items, or something along these lines. And now, let's make a journal. Now that you have your nature journal, you can take some notes. Because data is important, it is a very good practice to take notes in your journal. Of course, make sure you have a pen that works. All right. So take notes in your journal about what you see. Draw pictures. Mark down where you were when you saw this item or this bird. Notice your surroundings. My friend Allison, she has learned all about birds. Let's ask her how.
One thing you might have at home, or certainly you could get from the library, is a birdwatching handbook. So it's some type of book that will help you identify birds. Now this is a favorite of mine, any of the Sibley birding books. This is just an ultimate sort of Sibley birds of all of North America, but there's also a Western North America version, which just narrows it down to birds more likely you would see in the Western Hemisphere of America. So the contents are organized by different types of birds, are all grouped together. So if you know that you're looking for a duck, or say a small sparrow, or maybe a hawk, or a hummingbird, you can go directly to that section. Sibleys they use illustrations. Some books you'll find have photographs. I love these illustrations, they're great. So you can see what a juvenile or a young bird looks like versus an adult. They'll show you female versus male. Typically the male is going to be more colorful and brighter and bolder. But they also show you a lot of other interesting information. So instead of just going by what a bird looks like, it can be really hard to tell details from how far away you are from the bird. One really important aspect, especially to be aware of, is where they live. So if you're looking at both of these types of birds, trying to figure out, well, which one was it that I saw? It had these little black spots on its head, it had a darker tail, but I can't tell which one it was. If you look down and see here, you'll get information about where they travel, where you might find them at different times of year. And you can see all of North America is colored here, so they can be found all over. Whereas this bird, the black-headed gull, is only found along the coasts. So if we're here in Colorado, which one would it be if you saw it? It would be Bonaparte's gull, most likely. So definitely a great thing to look for. We have lots of different ones. The Audubon bird guy is a great one. I love the Sibley birds, but there's lots to choose from. Sparrows are another type of bird that are very common. If you have a bird feeder at your house, you'll probably see lots and lots of different kinds of sparrows and finches, and they're all kind of the same size, and they all cluster together on different bushes and trees together. Sometimes it can be hard to tell the difference between them just because they're small, they're brown, they all make sort of chirping sounds. But once you get close enough, usually the males are going to be distinctive, and you'll be able to tell if it's an English sparrow or a house sparrow or a house finch. You'll get to know the difference between those.
Welcome to the Monument Library Duck Pond. My name is Athena, and I'm here to introduce you to a few of our residents. As you can see, our pond is pretty popular with the local birds. We have ducks, geese, and on occasion, a visiting pelican. But today, we're going to focus on our most popular residents, the ducks. Do you see those ducks with green heads and a little blue patch on their wing? Those ducks are called mallards, and they're the most common duck in the United States. The brown ducks with the same little blue patch on their wing are female mallards. Mallards live in calm, shallow waters like ponds or wetlands. They build their nests on the water's edge, usually concealed by nearby plants. While they can migrate as the seasons change, you'll find them year-round in most of the U.S. Wild ducks and geese eat a varied diet. They like insects, frogs, small fish, and some aquatic plants. Can you see how they stick their heads under the water to forage? Ducks also enjoy a variety of grasses, grains, and seeds. We're feeding them corn, but they also enjoy chopped greens, cut grapes, birdseed, and oats. Please don't feed them bread. Bread doesn't have the nutrients ducks need, and leftover bread can cause excessive algae growth as it rots. And now, here are a few safety tips to keep in mind. Always remember that these birds are wild animals. Be sure to give them plenty of space. Geese may look pretty, but they can be aggressive when protecting their territory. Ducks can also carry a bacteria called salmonella in their guts, which can be transmitted through their feces to their feet, bills, and wings. Never handle wild animals and wash your hands with soap and water after feeding them. Keep an eye out for these birds in your own neighborhood or at your local library. Thanks so much for visiting us.